I've got a few minutes here. I was going to do a review on the Alpinestars Fastlane, so I think I'm about ready, to be honest, with the review. I've used them for 2.5 to 3 months. They look amazing. They are like the best of like the casual style motorcycle boots you can buy in terms of looks, because it depends which color scheme you take. If you go for the white, black and red, that might look a bit over the top, but if you go for a like low-key kind of color scheme, if you go for like a low-key kind of color scheme like black and yellow like I did, then they look really good. Okay, now we come on to comfort. There were a few issues I had with comfort. First of all, when they were new, they were obviously stiff and stuff, but that improved. Then they're very softly padded, which is good. Your feet don't get sore when riding or anything, but there's two problems. One is that the padding is so thick that as you're riding along, if you're getting air to it, that's fine, your feet will stay ventilated. But I wore them a few days to uni, and I was in like 2-hour lectures straight, and in that time it gets kind of hot in the lecture theatre, so my feet were literally boiling because they're so tight on your feet. If maybe that's a good thing, but it gets uncomfortable after a while because the temperature goes up dramatically. Another thing is, I don't know, this probably depends on what you're used to, but I feel the heel is a bit big on these shoes. So like it feels like whenever you're walking, the heel is the biggest part of the shoe and it's the first thing to hit the ground, so it kind of puts a bit of an impact on your heel. So I'm not used to that, but maybe you guys are if you wear motorcycle boots often. Another one, yeah, for riding, I think it's really improved my riding, because I used to get a lot of false neutrals, probably because of the boots I was wearing. Like they would flex under them, but this is nice and tight. They don't really do none of that. Ah yes, another thing, if you're the kind of person who actually ties up your laces, you're gonna have to be careful, because the whole point of like motorcycle shoes is that the laces don't get stuck in your chain or in pegs and stuff. So the laces on these shoes are a bit on the long side, if I'm honest, and to be honest, I don't think you're gonna need the laces ever, so I just like tie the laces in like a knot and then stuff them down my shoe after I've worn the shoe, because the strap that goes, the Velcro strap that goes across the front of the shoe is more. The last video I was making, for some reason the end of that video got corrupted, so I'll reiterate those points. I was talking about the laces being a bit on the long side, so yeah, that. And then the next thing I went on to say about was the grip at the bottom. Grip wise, the shoes are alright if you're going to use them as riding boots, because they're pretty grippy on the pegs and stuff, but if you wear them for too long off the bike, like in the rain or whatever, they don't offer much grip, to be honest. I would much rather prefer they have like proper conventional soles. They have like something like laser ablated grip or something, which is very little grooves in the bottom, which I find on like hard surfaces when it's not raining or whatever. But I wore them on the tube the other day, so the day it was raining, just to test its waterproofness, and yeah, they were pretty slippery on like tiles and stuff that you find on the tube. Also on wet grass they are very slippery, so just be careful about that as well, or probably wet mud as well for that matter. I have no reason to believe it's not waterproof, although I haven't like tested it with like buckets of water poured on top. But I've tested it up to like walked it like purposely for a day. I was walking in puddles basically. It was raining quite a bit a few weeks ago, so up to that much that's fine. So I guess riding as well should be alright. So yeah, in that perspective, for how much those shoes are and how nice they look and how well they perform, I'd give them like an 8.5 out of 10, no problem. Like every single time I go out riding, I'll wear these now because they just feel so nice and look good, and they offer more protection than the trainers I used to wear before. So like, why not, you know?